So moving on to the next verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sudama, Krishna Sudama pastime. These are last two verses of chapter 80, which is the first among the two chapters in the Sudama Leela. And here we have Sudama speaking. In fact, Sudama does not speak many words in their meeting. So Krishna has started speaking, and Krishna has initially in the conversation asked Sudama that, how are you? Are you well settled? Are you married? Are you... I can see that you are not very materially attached. So are you okay? So now Sudama, and then Krishna goes into talking about their memories of their past with their spiritual master. And then he speaks over here. So Sudama is speaking now. Shri Brahman Vacha Kim Asmabhir Anirvrittam Deva Deva Jagadguru Bhavata Satya Kamena Yesham Vaso Gurur Abhut. So Shri Brahman Vacha, he speaks. Kim Asmabhir Anirvrittam. Now what is it that that is not achieved by me? Anirvrittam. What is that is not achieved by me? By Deva Deva Jagadguru. So he is speaking about Krishna, and he's Krishna, you are the God of all gods. You are not just Deva Deva, you are Jagadguru. You are the spiritual master of everyone. As we say, Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. So Bhavata Satya Kamena. For you, ultimately, you are completely content in yourself. You are completely satisfied. Satya Kamena. Your desire is always fulfilled. And yet, you chose to spend time with me in the Gurukul. So, Bhavata, with you, Yesham Vaso Gurur Abhut. So, such a glorious person like you, Sudama is saying, I got an opportunity to stay with you. I got an opportunity to be in your presence, to spend many days with you. So if I've got this, then what more can be there for me to get? There's nothing more. That is something which is going to satisfy me, not just at that moment, but satisfy me for life. Now, this is the many points to talk about in this particular section, that we all, when some desire is fulfilled, we get something nice in our life, we feel satisfied. But it depends on, sometimes we're satisfied, it's very temporary. That, okay, I wanted to eat some food, I eat that food and I'm satisfied. Sometimes that satisfaction may be a little more lasting. Okay, I wanted to go to America at least once in my life. I went to America and then I saw the Statue of Liberty and I took a photo and I have my memories. So those memories, that kind of satisfaction may last for a longer time. Somebody may say that I worked in the company and I wanted to get some lifetime achievement award. That a particular award is there which recognizes we're dedicated, competent, glorious employees, and I won that award. Maybe that will give us some more satisfaction. But actually, the greatest satisfaction comes when Krishna manifests in our heart and Krishna stays in our heart. Now we may say Krishna is always in our heart. That is true, but we are not aware that Krishna is in our heart. So when we become Krishna conscious, Krishna's presence is Krishna's greatest present. Present is gift. Krishna's presence is Krishna's greatest present. Krishna can give us many blessings. But the greatest blessing Krishna can give is that Krishna is present in our heart. That is a supreme present. And when that happens, then we become completely content. So now when we say that Krishna is present, so when we talk about remembering Krishna, remembrance of Krishna, how does remembrance come? In Hindi we often say Bhagwan ko yaad karo. That is true, but Bhagwan ko yaad karne ke liye pehle yadein chahiye. If there are no memories, how are we going to remember? So We need to, that's why bhakti is in many ways, it is not just about remembering Krishna, but it is about forming memories of Krishna. It is not just remembering Krishna in that moment, but it is forming memories of Krishna so that we can keep remembering him. That is important. It is, of course, it is important to remember Krishna at that particular time, but we want to form memories of Krishna. So, for example, if you go to Vrindavan or Mayapur, and in Mayapur we are having the majestic darshan of Radha Madhav with the Ashtasakhi around them, and we are beholding, and there are hundreds of devotees. They are also there when the curtain opens, and we behold the beautiful deities. So there, it is a wonderful moment. It is an enriching moment, but that we need to be taking that moment into our heart, and that should form a memory. And that memories of Krishna will lead to further remembrance of Krishna, even when we may not have Krishna as an external stimulus in front of us. So we may be traveling in a plane, but there's no Krishna around us over there to see. We might have a picture of Krishna on our phone, but there's no Krishna directly over there. Then how do we remember at that time? It is based on our memories. So for Sudama, he's saying that the time I spent with you, that was so enriching that our time together has given me lifelong memories, lifelong treasured memories. And those lifelong treasured memories are enough to keep me satisfied. They are enough to keep me enriched. And therefore, what is it that I may not have achieved? Kim asmabhir anirvrittam. What is it that I would not have achieved when I had the opportunity to be with you, when I had the opportunity to remember, to form such wonderful memories with you. So our remembrance can be through, when we remember Krishna, it can be because of external perception. External perception is where we see a deity of Krishna, we see a picture of Krishna, we hear somebody speaking about Krishna. And it can also be because of internal recollection. That is, because there is a memory of Krishna inside us. So basically the thoughts that come in our mind broadly come from two sources, these two sources. We see something outside or we hear something outside, and then that triggers some thought inside us, and something pops up from our memory bank. So while we want to create as much external stimuli that will remind us of Krishna, what is even more important is that we have a memory bank. So for us, when we want to advance in bhakti, it is like we make our home or our externals, we try to make our external as Krishna rich as possible. So on our phone, with the phone we look constantly, we can have a picture of Krishna over there. In our homes, we can have pictures of Krishna. So like that, we can make our external Krishna rich. But that is less controllable for us. We have to go for work, we have to travel. So the external making it Krishna rich is not so much controllable for us. But making our internal Krishna rich, that is more controllable for us. That if we make our internal Krishna rich, then from there we can always draw on that reservoir of memory, and thus we can remember Krishna wherever we may be externally. So Sudama is in great poverty externally, but despite his external poverty, Sudama has external poverty, but he has internal prosperity. He has internal abundance. Why? Because he has memories of Krishna that he treasures, and with those memories he feels that I don't need anything. Let's go to the next verse. Yasya chandomayam brahma deha avapanam vibho shreyasam tasya gurushu vaso atyanta vidambanam. Here Sudama is appreciating how wonderful was the time that he had with Krishna. What is the wonderful nature about that time? He says that Krishna does not need to be in the Gurukul. That it's a wonderful time. It was Tasya atyanta vidambanam. Vidambanam means can mean deluding, it can mean puzzling, but it can also mean wonderful. That the word vidambanam comes in the Bhagavatam repeatedly, starting right from the first canto, when Kunti says that, when I see that you are being bound by Yashoda, tad atyanta tad vidambanam. He says that your Naralila is vidambanam. So it is puzzling, but it is puzzling at the same time. It is wonderful. It's dazzling. It's magnificent. It's captivating. So what is he saying? Yasya chandamayo brahma deha avapanam vibho. So Krishna, he says that Krishna, your body, is the shelter, the reservoir. In your body reside the Vedas. So basically he is saying that you know everything. You are omniscient, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that Vedaham samatitani vartamanani cha Arjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kashchana. Krishna speaks in the 7th chapter that how he knows everything. So Sudama is also acknowledging that, Krishna, you know everything, so you didn't have to go to a guru to learn anything. So your body is not just the reservoir of Vedas. So it's your body, he's saying, Krishna, your body is the reservoir of Vedas, reservoir of wisdom. All knowledge resides in you, but it is also the blesser, the distributor of wisdom. That Shreyasam. Shreyasam means just that you can give this knowledge to others. This is Krishna gave the knowledge to Arjuna. Shreya is long-term good, auspiciousness. So you can bring about a supreme auspiciousness for everyone. Tasya, that Lord, Gurushu Vaso, that you, O Lord, who are actually staying in the Gurukul, that you went to stay in the Gurukulam, that is atyanta vidambanam. That is extremely puzzling. Why, O Lord, would you do this? It bewilders me. But he said this bewilderment, it is wonderful. He says, I was a recipient of good fortune because of that I was there in the Gurukul when you were there. So sometimes we have what you can call as, we are an accidental beneficiary of something. Accidental beneficiary is that we didn't really do anything to deserve it. Sudama as a Brahmana went to the Gurukul, and then that happened exactly at the same time when Krishna was there in the Gurukul. He says, what fortune I got. So Sudama doesn't think I was a great soul, I am a great devotee, and that's why I got Krishna's association. He's saying that I am so blessed, O Krishna, that I had your association. And in many ways, if you see what Krishna has spoken, to conclude with this point, that what Krishna has spoken, or what Krishna spoke about the potency of Guru's blessings, of Guru's mercy, that very thing Sudama's words are demonstrating. Sudama is demonstrating. So what is it that Krishna told through the story of Sandipani Muni blessing them? That he says that may all your desires be fulfilled, and may the import of the Vedas, ayatyamani, that may you never forget that. And that means may you know what is truly valuable. May you cherish what is truly valuable. So Sudama is doing that. So the Guru's blessings are seen in Sudama's life. Sudama embodies those blessings. That Sudama knows what is most valuable, and he is focusing on. So in general, the purpose of knowledge is to help us to shift our attention from the things that glitter to the things that matter. The things that glitter, the world offers us so many things. Buy this new phone, buy this new car, buy this bigger house. But what is it that matters? That is ultimately Krishna and our relationship with Krishna. So by the blessings of our spiritual master, our attention shifts and focuses and stays with the things that matter. And that is what Sudama is embodying. And thus, while Krishna spoke that memory of how they had a wonderful time, or they got blessings from their guru, through the narrative it is showing that how Sudama is living those blessings. Sudama is a great person who is completely content and enriched in, even though he is in a poor condition. So this is the conclusion of the first chapter of the Sudama pastime. In the next chapter we will discuss about how Krishna reciprocates with the Sudama by taking the rice that he has brought, and by rewarding him with immense material abundance. Till then, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.